Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Tuesday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I bring in New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And hey, Hawke's Bay, now we're getting reports that you've got the shits again. Like you're coming back for a second go. Do you really expect us to? You're just doing this for the free bottled water, aren't you? They're rationing the free bottled water now because so many people want it, because everything's coming out from every orifice. It's not a pleasant story, is it? I bet it's even less pleasant for you guys. You're probably not faking, now that I think of it. A bit of DIY advice. Don't do it like me. EQC, I'm talking to you. Apparently, documents released under the Official Information Act have revealed that more than half of EQC Repairs have left houses in a worse state than they were before they were demolished by earthquakes. That sounds like you think you're doing the right thing, like you patch up the hole that was left from the picture hook, and then you can't find the right colour paint, or you think you found the right colour paint, and then it turns out to be glossy enamel instead of matte acrylic, and the whole thing. And then you've got a shiny bit that's not quite the right colour on the wall, and so you sand it, and then basically at the end of the day you have to build a whole new wall. Basically, that's what's happened there. And I think EQC, stop doing it the glennzb way and just do it the proper way, please. I think that's what we're saying there. Now, Sam Cane is warning us today that the Australian rugby team, the Wallabies, could come out fighting. I don't know where he's heard that from. Have they got listening devices in the Australian meeting? I did hear somebody on the Australian coaching staff saying that defence is a psychological thing. And I would have thought that when they were in the middle of that game on Saturday night, that psychologically they would have thought, oh, we're not tackling enough, we should tackle a bit harder. Like both psychologically and physically. I'm not quite sure how they can have that change of mindset over the course of this week to come out stronger than ever before, but maybe if Sam Cane has been listening in on our own listening device, maybe. I don't think so, though. I think he's just saying that, isn't it, to make them feel a bit better about being so utterly useless. Finally, be careful how you pronounce things, because Auckland Council is rebuilding a Japanese friendship garden in Western Springs. This is a built in honour of Auckland's sister city of, and I hope I'm saying this right, Fukuoka. Now I'm not entirely sure. This is how it's spelt. I'm not so hot on the Japanese, but when I first saw it and I broke it into syllables, there's other ways that you could have said it. Oh, hang on, I'll put that whole, because that looks worse. That looks even worse if I do that. Yeah, and if you're wondering why, if you're watching this from the Facebook link, why I didn't put up the 360-degree thing, because I wasn't sure whether that joke there would work in 360 degrees. And it's not because the battery ran out halfway through me recording this, and I want to make that quite clear. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope, but not in your virtual goggles today. Let's see if I can get that battery charged up for you tomorrow. I mean, I'll probably use that quite deliberately tomorrow. See you then.